What's up, guys? Toast again from Fishyaker. I'm checking out another eBay lure. This one here was $2.49 on eBay, and it took 6.5 weeks to get to me. So guys, I picked this up on December 7th, 2020, and it came, January 29th, I think it was, to the door. Got it on eBay. It was shipped overseas from China. It cost me $2.49 and a little bit of tax on top of that. Did have free shipping though, so it ended up being like, I don't know, $2 and, just shy of $3, something like that. But what is it? Here's actually what is listed for it right now. It's $2.49 US. Rotate spoon, metal, fishing bait, vibe lure, treble, hook, wobblers, crankbaits. So what is it? It's a blade bait with a spinner on the tail instead of that second treble hook like most of us will see on the blade baits that we get. They're available in 5, 10, and 15 grams. You can get them in silver and gold. And the sizes relative to the weight are 2.6 centimeters, 3.6 centimeters, and 4.6 centimeters. The one I got was actually the 15-gram version of it in silver. Take a look at it here. Pretty nicely packaged. There's the front of it, back of it. Says, it's really fancy here, fishing lure. And in case you missed it here, it says it down here in the bottom too. Fishing lure. And on the back, fishing lure. And it's got a skew on it. It's already got a barcode if you're trying to resell these, I guess. You can maybe use that barcode. It says keep it out of the reach of kids. And it's everyone's duty to take good care of the environment. So they're environmentally conscious Chinese lure making factories over there, right? So shows you here you can tear off the top of it, but I already kind of glanced at it. You don't really have to tear it off. It's not actually permanently sealed. Got a little Ziploc there. Otherwise, the package is pretty nice. So this again is the bigger one here. It's actually pretty cool. I know that Nick and I both use the same type of blade baits. He's actually gotten it with that spinner tail before. I never have. I've only gotten the standard one here. This is really good for this time of year too. If you watch our videos, especially when Nick and I are out, we use a lot of hair jigs and blade baits. So if you're fishing, say like the Susquehanna River, you're jigging deep for a lot of those hunkered down bass, especially smallies, this is a deadly lure. I guess with the spinner tail on it, the little blade on the back of it there. Like I said, I've never used that. I guess if you're actually going to use this for a constant retrieve, that's actually really cool. You're going to get a lot more action and flash out of it. But my only 2 cents on this is you're probably going to get some short strikes if they're not just inhaling the lure, because where you have that second treble, there is none. So again, I've looked at some very similar lures of these in the past on the videos. They're actually a pretty darn nice quality. You do have up here where the holes are, you have 3 different attachment points, depending on if you want a head down or head up or a level presentation, say for like vertical jigging. That's actually really cool. The head is a 3D mold, and it looks really realistic. Really cool looking head on it with recessed, colored red eyes. So that's really cool. And then the bottom here is flared out where they add the extra weight on it on the lower section. And then it's got that one hook. The hook on here actually looks halfway decent, I guess. Fairly inexpensive hook, but it's not that really cheap, shiny metal. It's actually more of a matte finish to it. And it's pretty solid. A little bit heavier duty than what I would have expected. Hook points on it are pretty good too. But nothing really super fancy, but a little bit more durable hook than what you see on a lot of these cheap foreign lures. The blade itself, and even if it's not really spinning too well, and I don't get a lot of spin on it, I'm actually playing around with it right now. So I actually, guys, had to kind of break the swivel loose on here. If I was taking it right out of the box, I probably could have used it for jigging. and maybe the blade would have flapped a little bit like a tail, but it wasn't getting any spin in it. And the little barrel swivel on it was totally seized up. So I just put a little bit of a twist into it, and you could hear it pop. Now it spins freely. It's really nice now. But yeah, so if you get one of these, make sure you look at it, because that, again, that barrel on it was seized up. But now it's really nice and loose. That'll work. So again, you could vertical jig it and get some extra flash out of that, and especially on the drop or on the rise, you're going to get that spin out of there, or you can just straight up retrieve it, constant retrieve, or intermediate retrieves, intermittent, and you're still going to get some flash out of that. That's really cool. Like I said, the only thing about this would probably be, to me, is if you get any short strikes, you're going to miss the fish more so, because the treble doesn't go all the way back to the rear of the lure now, especially with the blade on it. But it looks really nice. Comes in a pretty good package, except it doesn't really say what it is, except it's a lure, unless you can read Chinese. But for $250, it's not a super inexpensive lure, but it's a cool lure. Would I spend $250? Yeah, I probably would, especially if I found it domestically. I don't know if I would spend $250 for it if it's coming from overseas and I had to wait 6 or 7 weeks for it. But I got it, and it's definitely a great wintertime lure. So, if you're looking for something like that, definitely take a look at it. It's probably worth it. Maybe not with the wait time, though. I'll put a link down below in the description if you're interested in it. Take a look at it, click on it. Again, it's off of eBay, and there's a bunch of these that were listed on there before, so I'm assuming it's probably still up there, and I'll look for the link before I post the video up. If you have any questions, post them down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the Fishyaker YouTube channel. If you haven't, give us that thumbs up and share the video on all your social media outlets, and we'll catch you on the water.
Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.